You're watching Fox 10 Arizona Morning.
I'm Linda Williams. Baby, it's cold outside. We'll tell you live in Gilbert how these two things can save you a lot of hassle and heartache involving your house. Stay tuned.
A lot of folks, this time of year, you kind of got to be concerned, especially if you live up north with your pipes freezing. And we've had some below freezing temperatures here. We just had that freeze warning yesterday we were talking about. So it's very important to protect your pipes in your home.
Yeah, it can happen. Linda Williams joining us live this morning from Gilbert with a few tips on how to keep those pipes from freezing. Good morning, Linda.
Good morning. Gilbert is one of those colder valley locations that we keep hearing about. It's 32 degrees here, and I'm telling you, it's probably the last thing you think of, your pipes, until something bad happens. We have Mike Roberts with Plumbing Medic to show us basically that it's not that hard. You can use, first of all, let's see what these sound like. Yeah, they look like pool floaties, and they sound like those thunder sticks you get at games. But this is actually insulation.
Absolutely. You can use this as a preventative to freezing to insulate your pipes that are exposed to the elements.
Right. Now, as Plumbing Medic, I know that people usually call you when it's too late. So we're trying to get you not to have to use him, or to at least call him for his expertise before something bad happens in your house. This is what most people's plumbing system looks like outside. This is the water shutoff, and what else?
You have the water shutoff here. This goes into the house, and this is your irrigation system. This area here is very susceptible to the freezing weather and the freezing pipes.
This is basically like putting a winter coat on your pipes.
Yeah, great analogy. It's exactly that, and very simple to do. It comes pre-slit here, so you just slide it over the pipes like that, and you can trim it down around the edges. Any exposed pipes you should definitely insulate before we hit these very cold weathers.
Because the challenge is that once it does get really cold, what happens? And the pipes will literally burst?
Yeah, what happens is as the pipe freezes, it expands. And when it expands, it splits the pipe. And then when it defrosts, you have a leak. Okay.
This seems like it wouldn't cost very much, but it would cost a whole lot if you come. You can get up. I'm not going to let you stay down there the whole time. You can buy these fairly inexpensive, correct?
Yeah, you can get them at any home center. Very, very inexpensive. Less than $5 for a piece.
Certainly worth going and hunting around the outside of your house, finding these and doing that. Okay, I don't have these. I probably would think, I'll get them later, and then I wouldn't. So for people who don't have these, there is something you can do to wrap your pipes, keep them warm without having to invest in these, so they're cheap. But on the cheap and in an emergency, you can do what?
If you just take a towel and you get it soaking wet, because many times in Arizona especially, we get caught off guard, so you just get a big beach towel, get it soaking wet, and then you would drape it over your pipes like this. What that does is it freezes the water inside of the towel and creates an igloo effect and keeps your pipes warmer than the outside air.
That's great. I was thinking you were going to make me wrap it around all of those pipes, but I don't even have to do that. You just drape it.
Yeah, just drape it over it, and just like an Eskimo, they lived in igloos.
Can you just leave the igloo effect until, let's say, I haven't looked at the 10-day. I know we're going to warm up. But can you leave it there for several nights, or should you wet it each night?
I would wet it each night. That way you have a fully saturated towel, so when it does free, it creates a true igloo effect.
You've been called out, I assume, to people who didn't know any of these precautions to take. Their pipes burst. What are they looking at in terms of damage and repair?
As far as damage, it's going to flood. Water's not cheap. You got to pay for the water, so it's going to flood. And then also, it usually happens in the middle of the night or early in the morning, and it's an emergency. And so the cost can be very expensive to make repairs.
Mike Roberts with Plumbing Medic. We certainly appreciate the information because we aren't used to the freezing temperatures, and when they come fast. You're not sure what to do. You're worried about other things. Well, we've given you something else to worry about. Well, we've also given you solutions on what to do about the pipes outside your home. Reporting live from Gilbert, one of those colder valley locations I can attest to. I'm Linda Williams, Fox 10 News.